Canadian student visa has a 40% refusal rate, but this document can significantly improve your chances. Your letter of explanation goes into the optional document section on your application and can make a huge difference. In this video, we will cover how to write a successful letter of explanation and what supportive documents you can use to increase your luck. The best part is I will give you a tool to make the process simple and fast. My name is Max Matic. I like to get information from the source, interviewing ministers and other decision makers to make your journey successful. Together with immigration lawyers, we have helped a lot of people with various immigration challenges. I believe that immigrants are future leaders, and my goal is to empower you to reach that success. Subscribe and like the video. We'll cover the statement of purpose section by section, but remember, the most important, you are applying for a non-immigrant visa. Everything you say has to demonstrate this. Now imagine, I'm a mature student from China, a software engineer who is planning to get a Master's of Business Administration. Section 1, Introduction. Clearly state your educational and professional backgrounds, as well as your goal with education in Canada. You don't need to add too many details like your age or marital status, as the visa officer will see it in your application package in other documents anyway. Section 2, Educational and Professional Background. I'd say this section is optional. It highlights an alignment between your current education and what you want to study in Canada. If Program A, what you studied, is not related to Program B, what you want to study, it's important to explain the change. Often this could be done through work experience or business intentions. If you're in a program that requires a provincial attestation letter, PAL, mention that you have obtained it. Section 3, Reasons to study in Canada. Don't make the mistake of skipping this part, as this section can remove the doubts a visa officer may have about your intentions to return home. A big bonus is if you can secure a job offer from your current employer or potential employer, stating that with Canadian education you will have a promotion or new opportunity. Section 4, Career Improvement and Future Prospects. This section is like concrete of a building. It needs to hold your story together and emphasize the temporary nature of your stay. Section 5. Why not furthering education in home country? A logical question an officer may have is, why can't you save money and study in your home country? This is where you need to be practical and rational in your response. Section 6. Positive return on investment. Most people miss this section. And by the way, I recommend you keep the names of sections for visa officers' convenience when reading your document. A good return on investment is like a bridge connecting the current you making less to the future you making more. This amplifies your application and shows why it makes sense to go all the way to Canada to study. Section 7, Ties to home country. This section can be more personal. You may speak about the family members who are staying home or even elderly parents and their health condition that may require you to look after them. Section 8, Financial Resources. It's important to demonstrate that you will not be a burden to Canada and Canadian government. If you're being sponsored by someone, speak about that along with an affidavit of support. Alternatively, if you're getting scholarships or grants, this is where you can also mention it. Section 9, Commitment to Canadian immigration laws. If you have travel history, it could serve as proof of your words, but in general, it's recommended to reiterate your commitment to follow Canada's regulations and show that you will not cause any harm. Section 10, Conclusion. Finally, we have arrived at the last part, where you tie everything together and express gratitude. A nice finishing touch is to print out your LOE and sign it. Before we cover the supporting documents, how can you make a strong letter of explanation fast? I'm thrilled to give you an incredible tool that we built that's already helped over 300 people from all over the world. This is our SOP Builder. Think of it as a GPS for making that perfect letter of explanation or statement of purpose. Instead of giving you a paper map, and that gets very complicated because you need to figure this out on your own, we decided to build something like a GPS. It's like, you pick up your phone, you put in the destination, and it gives you the exact route, shows you how to get there, and it does it fast and efficient. It's the same approach to the letter of explanation. So I think it's a great solution for so many of you. Let me demonstrate you how it works and why we actually built it and why it's already helped so many people get their study permits. So very simple. You get it, you log in, and then it's basically a tool that has two sections or two parts. Step 1 is you fill out this form. It's personalized questions. Step 2, you just edit and then download your custom letter of explanation or statement of purpose. So again, in the first step, there are sections. We made it as simple as possible so that it's not too difficult to navigate. You basically go section by section answering questions. The first one is all about your contact information. The next one is more about your background. And again, each question, to make it simple for you, has an explanation and a sample in case you get confused, so that your answers are specific to what would help your case and what would make it more successful. So just for this example, I'm going to say that I got a bachelor's in computer science. Now I want to do a master's in Canada at the University of Calgary, and I worked as a software developer at Sinopec for 3 years. Next, the next section is about if your study program is related to the educational background or professional background. In my case, I'm going to say yes, but even if you say no, you can always explain it, and the system will basically analyze your answer and integrate it into your letter. But let's say yes to keep it simple. Then for travel history, I'm going to say the US and Australia, but feel free to add other countries, maybe Switzerland. Now, have you ever overstayed? Again, if you did, you can explain it. If no, that's better. For family members, again, there's an explanation so that it would get you thinking, start you thinking. But I'm going to say my wife, my daughter, and my mother are staying at home. Therefore, I need to return. Next section. We're almost done, actually. It's super fast. Now your financial information, so it's basically how much you have saved up for Canada, and there's a lot of explanation there. Then for question 14, it's your current salary or business income. I'm going to say 3,000 per month. Then if you get promoted, what role would you take on? There's also an explanation for business owners right there, but I'm going to say senior engineering team lead. Next, and this is the last section, just like that, super fast. In the higher role, how much would you make if you get promoted? Then why did you choose this study program in Canada? I provided this explanation. And almost the last question, which is why is your home country not the best choice for furthering education? I said if I study in China, I will not be able to get career advancement opportunities because of low quality education and inability to stand out in the applicant pool. Finally, are you involved in any organizations? If you say yes, you can explain it. No, then it's not going to ask you anything. It's good to be involved to show that you're part of the community. When you click submit, in the background, the SOP Builder is going to process all your answers and make a personalized statement of purpose or letter of explanation. Just like that. So within a few seconds, your custom SOP is done. And the best part is that you can go through all those sections, check them, and edit. You can just click right there, add some details, elaborate if you find there's the need to do so. Once you're done, scroll all the way down. You can either edit form to do a second one, or you can download as PDF. And just like that, your custom SOP, which is effective, covers all the necessary sections, is done. It's ready. So check out our SOP Builder to make a successful statement of purpose fast and easy. When it comes to supporting documents, there's personal and professional ties. Let's start from the first. A great way to show a connection to your home country can be a spouse. This is where marriage certificates come into play. If you have kids, child birth certificates. If your parents have an illness, add a doctor's note. If you're part of the community, volunteer letters or religious group affiliations. In terms of political parties, however, I would not recommend adding that. Another way to show you have somewhere to go back to is land or real estate deeds. Having a house or apartment can boost your chances. Investment portfolios can also increase your ties. Financial statements have their own mandatory section in the application package, but can optionally be added here the second time. Travel history entails your visas or passport records and can really help show that you are a law-abiding citizen who understands the value of foreign education. Now, in the professional side, there's a few documents that can really help. First of all, a job offer can boost your chances and show that you have a positive return on investment. If you don't have a job offer, find relevant job postings to show you will have career progression. Bonus points for foreign education as a requirement in that job posting. If you're self-employed, it's a good idea to show a business plan, along with registrations or lease agreements, basically documents to prove you're serious and have made some progress already. Once the supporting documents are collected, you will merge them together with a table of contents for the visa officer's convenience and upload the file. If you want to get templates of the documents I just mentioned, you can access them when you get any subscription to our SOP Builder. The link will be in the description to the video. Please let me know in the comments if videos like this one help you, and watch this step-by-step student visa application tutorial next.